in Week 14. This taken in right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And dropping it off underneath, here's P. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I hope we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
In motion goes Patrick. And they'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
At the 17-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jamal Agnew. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. So the Charger offense making its way out, and at the controls is the league's 2nd leading passer a year ago. At 25 years of age, out of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Well, Button, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run here with Edwards. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
This has a feeling of a back-and-forth game, and we've seen that in evidence already with each of these teams' opening drives. This is what you call a quick answer, as they go down the field in no time flat and finish with a touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and we are tied at 7. So that drive, 4 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Lutz will look to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here's Darius Davis on the return. Sheds off the tackle, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture of the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they convert on third with a gain of 22.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. To the air again, Herbert. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Edwards. Touchdown, Chargers. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. Broken tackle. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. These two teams all tied after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all. And if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff. And it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Chargers at 500 at 6-6. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Hayden Hurst, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point try now from Dicker. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Out of the gun, Herbert. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd and a couple. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Herbert now. That is taken in by Hurst. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Herbert. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Josh Palmer from 4 yards out. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and now to give us momentum going into the second half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Extra point up and good by Dicker, and a lead now up to 14. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Josh Palmer. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nick.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Poona forward to run to get to him and drop him.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Buying time to, and he's going to be brought down. Back back at his own 6-yard line. John Franklin Myers gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and taken right on the midfield stripe. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 42-yard line.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. They'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 12-yard line.
Back to throw here. Finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. He'll look to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick from 10 yards out, and the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and it really...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 12-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
A give. Dobbins trying the right side. Flash those fast feet, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line as he can't get any closer to the end zone. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Up the middle. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
This has to be great for the psyche of this offense. Presented with bad field position, they didn't let it stop them. They rolled downfield and scored a touchdown.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Chargers coming out of the field now. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On first down, Justin Herbert. Pass out left finds Johnston. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, Johnson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we?
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Hayden Hurst, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Denver.
They'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And out of bounds right around the 20. Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Broncos first down.
They toss to Pirine. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. And now they're in the hurry up. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Same connection. Dulcich once again. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
A gain of 11 on that play.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up it. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So, for the Chargers, they move back over 500 at 7-6.